Morning guys, I'm in Bali. Today I'm going to the town called Kusamba with the local Balinese. Now I'm on my way to meet him. Morning Ar.
Hi, morning. Yes.
Hi guys.
morning.
Hi.
Hello. Can you tell us what we're going to do today?
We're going to our village now, called Kusamba village in Bali.
East side of Bali, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
R gave me this traditional Balinese outfit, which I will be wearing during our journey today. We headed down the alley towards our family home.
So right now we're arriving at R's hometown, real house. Hello. Hi. I'm Jay from South Korea. Nice to meet you.
Since it was my first time trying on traditional attire, R helped me get dressed. All set with the hat, we are ready for the temple experience today.
Suksma.
Suksma means thank you in Balinese. Before heading to the temple, R's family prayed at the family shrine.
What does it mean?
저기 신성한 물. 샤워에 홀리워터.
Holy water.
들어가니까 기도하기 전.
Before the prayer.
신성하고.
What does it mean the pigeons here?
이제
그냥 키우는 거예요?
키우는 거야. 또 많아. 이쪽.
먹으려고 키우는 거 아니죠?
아니 소리 예쁜 소리가 나오고 좋아하니까 이게 다 취미.
오케이.
이 취미예요. 소리 여러 가지.
Chicken also.
이것도 싸움다.
Fighting rooster. Oh, wow. There are big temple in the house.
Yeah, big temple.
I-
So one family.
So it's a family temple.
Only family, yeah.
Wow, it's huge.
Big also.
I was really amazed to see such a big shrine inside the house. Apparently, the family saves up to build this big family shrine.
Around.
Yeah. Can you show me around?
Yes.
Thank you.
This
For
is
the
a new
family.
one.
So newly
Yeah.
built.
Yeah, new build until there. And then this is.
But when you build the new temple, are there specific people,
Yes.
builders
Yeah.
in the family?
In the in the family, and then close the family also.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You contact them to
Yes.
build a new temple.
Yeah.
I see. Are they wooden or
This is wooden, and then this is stone, but different. That one is from the mountain. There.
from the mountain?
Yeah, this is from the ground. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it mean? What does it imply?
This is a dragon, like a security lah. That's mean that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every 6 months, all the family
Yeah, all the family
gather up
come,
here and then make a
The
prayer.
Praying, yeah. When we have a family go outside to get married, they coming also with the family. There. We call it the Buddha Cemang Klau. That's
Buddha Cemang Klau.
Buddha Cemang Klau. That's the name of the day. That special day. There. All in areal Klungkung, Ogianya. That's they have like this temple, and then they praying also. There.
I asked R for permission to film their prayer ritual. It's fascinating to see how many religious ceremonies around the world involve lighting candles or incense and repeating certain rituals a specific number of times. Personally, it makes me wonder if there might have been some ancient events that inspired these rites.
when do you pray? What do you pray for?
I think we pray for, maybe in my belief is for my ancestor, and then for my family, yeah. But we pray maybe every day in the morning and the evening, and someday we have a big ceremony in Bali. Like we pray a lot and we have a big ceremony.
When you say a prayer, hoping for what?
Maybe like the other religion, we have to pray for health and then for our life to be better life like that. Yeah, and then we like grateful to be living and God giving us like what we have right now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
One, two, three.
Iya, baru 2 kali.
One, two, three.
Ya.
So, sipping water from the flower, what does it mean?
Yeah, it's like it's holy water. That is same as like we like a, you know, and then it's like a cleanse ourselves from a bad thing.
Okay,
Seems like that.
I see.
Yeah.
So now we finish praying at the family temple. Now we are moving to the bigger temple.
Yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah, it's Besakih.
Musaki?
Besakih.
Bosaki.
Yeah, it's the biggest temple in
Is it far from here?
No, I think around 30 minutes or so.
I see.
It was the middle of the Indonesian election campaign at the time, so the flags you see on the roads represents different political parties. Along the way, we passed by several other temples. While we were driving, R suddenly stopped the car by the side of the road. Let's find out why.
So these are the offerings. Can you explain about this stone temple a little bit?
In here, we first here to like permission, make safety in the road. for
So before
safety.
going to a big temple,
Yeah.
everybody stop by here
Start here
and then praying
and
for the
praying
safety.
for safety.
Okay, I see.
After about a 40-minute drive, we arrive at the Besakih temple.
So we arrive at the entrance
yeah.
of the which temple is it?
Sodalampuri.
Sodalampuri.
Near Besakih.
Here a lot of people already.
Yeah, very crowded.
Wow. Yeah. Also there are some stores sideways.
It's like a street food.
Street food, yes. Is that babi satay?
Yeah,
Satay.
sate babi.
Satay babi. Satay is
Meat
meat.
that we can stick together.
Oh, okay. And the babi means pork, right?
Yeah, pork.
Is it Balinese or
Yeah.
Indonesian?
It's Indonesian.
Indonesian. So babi means pork. Wow.
Pork and charcoal. Such an irresistible combination. I decided to pass on it for now and try it after the temple visit.
It took us about 40 minutes to get here.
Yeah, 40 minutes when we get bad traffic.
Yeah, and normally it's like 30 minutes. And as you can see, there are traffic around here.
Yeah, it's very bad traffic.
Every 6 months, people pay a visit here, right?
Yeah,
Every
6 months and 1 year.
1 year. Ara just told me that I'm the first Korean
But it's good, yeah.
that ever going to the temple with him.
Yeah, Besaki.
Pisaki.
Besaki temple.
Pisaki temple. I'm very honored. I'm very honored to be here. Hey, look at these people climbing up to the temple. It's amazing. And the weather is very good today, isn't it?
About 1 kilo, 2 kilometer
Easy.
from parking.
We parked our car 1 kilometers away. You know, I like walking.
But happy.
Happy, very happy.
Very happy.
Hey, you know, as you can see, when you smell this satay babi,
Ate babi.
it's tempting. It's crazy. I can't wait to eat after temple. I'll show you later, guys. Truly, a lot of people here. Crazy. It's a big day in Bali today. They said every 6 months this ceremony takes place. And look at this crowd. How you feel?
Once we entered the temple, there were way more people than I would seen outside. It was very hot, and with so many people, it felt even hotter.
Where are we heading to now?
So we're right now to the temple, but we need to wait until the people in the temple.
After about an hour, I started to feel a bit dazed.
So everyone brings their offerings here and then saying a prayer.
To get the full experience, I helped carry the items that R's family brought. The wait was getting longer and I was starting to get tired. But I reminded myself this is all part of the experience and decided not to give up.
Hi, brother.
As the pressure mounted from both sides, I got a bit anxious. But it was impressive to see the locals waiting with smiles, despite the long wait. Just as we were about to pass through the door,
Oh, the door just closed right in front of me. What am I doing here?
the door will open again once some people finish praying on the other side. Finally, the door opened, and we got to enter the temple.
Finally, we get inside. Oh, thanks. Finally, get inside. So this is how it looks inside. Beyond the door. Oh my god. Exhausted, knackered.
Ini kurang Banten nih. Bawa kepah. Rong ya.
Now what are we gonna do?
We wait to pray. Yeah.
Okay.
Then after pray, we go after.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
After 2 hours waiting.
It was, I would say, it was worthy.
Yeah, it's very chaotic.
Worth waiting. Experiencing new culture is not always easy, I think. That's what I learned today.
Dia kan cepat kan? Dia di sini.
After finishing all the temple rituals, we headed outside. It felt great to have gone through the whole experience, and I was excited about the babi guling we were about to have. The scene reminded me a lot of Korean street food like tteokbokki. And this dish is called bakso in Indonesian. And she told me this is bakso Korean.
Wait, isn't that a electric wire?
I used to see a lot of these in front of my elementary school. As you all know, enjoying good food is one of the greatest pleasures in life. The Balinese food was just as spicy as Korean food, and R mentioned that if the food isn't spicy, it's not tasty. He also said he likes kimchi, Korean's comfort food.
이걸 뭐라고 하죠, 이거?
잼페.
쌤페이?
잼페.
쌤페이? 찹쌀인가요, 이거? 라이스?
콩 만든 거요.
아, guys, this is Balinese salak? Salak.
Sugar salak.
Sugar salak. So basically this is called snake skin
Like fruit.
fruits. Snake skin fruits. My very first time ever trying salak, sugar salak. How do you eat this? Just eat?
Yes.
Di bahasa salak Bali. Salak gula.
Mm.
Sugar salak.
보통 살락은 달고 시고 종류가 여러 가지 있어요.
Interesting. Something between lychee and jackfruit.
야,
Rambutan.
안에 씌여 있어서 드시지 마세요. 먹지 마세요.
Mangosteen. So here, if this is 7, inside the fruits also 7. Let's check. Okay, 3. Now it should be 4 because I already had 3. 2. So 5, right? 5? Should be 2 more. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 more. Wow.
Yeah. Sulap.
This is the beauty of nature. Very sweet.
We call green banana. A lot of kind of banana in Bali. That is the green banana.
Very sweet.
We have 50 kind of banana. 50? 50 kind.
After a delicious meal, it's time to refresh with some coffee. I decided to try Balinese instant coffee. Tasted like a mix of coffee and powdered grain drink. Personally, I enjoyed it. Alright guys, that wraps up the Balinese Temple Experience episode. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. If you're curious about our story as a local guide, click on the video in the top right corner. It's a glimpse into his life as a Balinese guide. Thanks for watching and see you next time.